My sister-in-law has spent 3 years trying to turn her life into a carbon copy of mine, but when she decided to sneak into my house and steal my custom-made wedding dress, I decided it was time to let her have exactly what she wanted, plus a little extra surprise. Subscribe to Reddit Revelations. Ever since I started dating my fiancé Mark, his sister Becky has been obsessed with me. If I bought a new car, she bought the same one in the same color. If I posted a photo of my vacation, she'd book the exact same hotel a month later. But things got dark when we announced our wedding date. Becky suddenly announced her wedding for 2 weeks before mine, even though she didn't even have a boyfriend at the time. 3 months later, she was engaged to a guy she barely knew, and she started asking me non-stop about my dress designer. I knew Becky was snooping because my security cameras caught her trying my front door code while I was at work. Instead of calling the police, I decided to set a trap. I bought a secondhand wedding dress from a thrift store that looked beautiful but had a massive secret. I told everyone it was a one-of-a-kind designer piece worth $10,000, and I hid it in my bedroom closet. Inside the lining of that dress, I stitched hundreds of tiny packets of industrial-strength itching powder that only activates with body heat and sweat. 2 days before her wedding, the designer dress disappeared from my closet and Becky stopped answering my calls. She posted a blurred photo on Instagram saying she found the perfect miracle dress at the last minute. On her wedding day, I sat in the front row and watched as she walked down the aisle looking smug in my stolen thrift store dress. Everything was fine during the vows, but as the sun hit the outdoor ceremony and she started to sweat, the trap was sprung. By the next 10 minutes, Becky was twitching like crazy. Within minutes of starting the reception, she was frantically scratching her arms and back in front of all 300 guests. She tried to play it off, but eventually she started screaming and clawing at the lace until the dress literally started tearing apart. She had to be rushed to the dressing room where she found out the dress she stole was a $20 cheap knockoff filled with a chemical surprise. Mark and I stood there as she was forced to leave her own wedding in a bathrobe while everyone whispered about why she was wearing my missing dress. Now Becky is facing a massive bill for the emergency medical care, and her new husband is asking why she stole from her own family in the first place. She tried to blame me, but I just showed the police the footage of her breaking into my house to borrow it without asking. I guess some people have to learn the hard way that being a copycat comes with a very itchy price. If someone stole your wedding dress just to upstage you, would you let them wear it or would you call the cops immediately? Tell me your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Reddit Revelations.